Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Philly, but you can call me Philly Cheesesteak for short. In today's video, I'm going to be drawing warrior cat characters from the Dawn of the Clans series. This video was originally supposed to be for just random warrior cat side characters, but when I drew them I was realizing that almost all of them were Dawn of the Clans, so I just decided to do all the Dawn of the Clans ones. Also, sorry if I sound sick, I do kind of have a cold right now, sorry about that. But without further ado, let's get into the drawing. The first cat I'm drawing is like the very first ThunderClan elder, and his name is Pink Eyes. He is an elderly, screaming white Tom who is blind, which made his eyes turn pink. He kind of reminds me of Jayfeather, in that although he can't see very well, his other senses like smelling and hearing are really good. And that is my first sketch for Pink Eyes. The next cat I'm drawing is named Owl Eyes. Owl Eyes does eventually become Owlstar, but it's only after Dawn of the Clans, so I know him better as Owl Eyes. Bumble is a tortoiseshell kitty pet with yellow eyes, although I did end up making her more like an orange tabby. I thought it would look better. Bumble visited the forest sometimes to lie on top of the Great Rock, and Turtletail visited Bumble's two-legged den sometimes because they were friends, and that is a sketch for Bumble. Now let's get started on the final 3 drawings of these characters. Starting with Pink Eyes. I decided to just have him laying down like an elder I guess would do. I colored all 3 of the drawings with Ohuhu acrylic markers. I used a little bit of paint pens, and I used, I think, Papermate Flare for the outlines. I made sure to make Pink Eyes' eyes nice and pink. Wow, that was a weird sentence. At first I used this kind of like cross hatching thing, or I think just hatching to shade, but I ended up going over it with a paint pen because I thought it looked better that way. I added a little grass background, outlined his name, wrote my signature, and then here is me fixing up that and fixing up his eyes as well. And that's Pink Eyes completed. Now on to Owl Eyes. Owl Eyes is a sleek, broad-shouldered dark gray Tom with really big, wide amber eyes. I decided to give him some design elements based on owls, like the big eyes with the rims, the little eyebrows that an owl kind of had, and later I put some little owl markings on his belly fur. Owl Eyes is the son of Turtletail and Tom, and later the adopted son of Greywing. He started out living on the moor, then he moved to Clear Skies Camp, and then he went with Thunder to create ThunderClan, where he eventually became the second leader of ThunderClan. Owl Eyes is really hardworking and smart, and a really good deputy, and later a really good leader. And that's Owl Eyes. Now continuing on to the last drawing, Bumble. Bumble is super confident and isn't really scared at all when she first meets the Wildcats, just calmly saying that she's a kitty pet. I really like Bumble's character in Dawn of the Clans, so I wanted to make sure she really got a good drawing. Bumble has yellow eyes, and I decided to give her a pink nose because I think that would make more sense because she's like, a soft kitty pet. I gave her cute little stripes to remind me of bumblebee stripes, and I gave her a collar with a little bee hanging off of it too. Bumble has a white chest and paws, and I decided to give her a whole white underbelly and a little white muzzle too. I added little stripes to her collar, wrote her name big and yellow, kind of like a bumblebee, and then I gave her a little grass background like I did for Pink Eyes, but like a shorter grass that's more like a mowed like person lawn rather than like wild tangles of grass. So they're all done. Here's Pink Eyes in all his glory, and it's all his beautiful pink eyes, just like his name. I decided to give him a little bit of eyebrows and a little bit of shading on the face to make it, kind of clear that he's kind of old. And here's Owl Eyes. He's the only cat I actually remembered to give whiskers to, but that's okay. I did forget to note that I did give him a little tuft of fur on his head that's a little dark gray, and a little white tail tip, which I'm not sure is in his actual design, but I just thought it would look nice. And last but not least, it's Bumble. I really made sure to get those stripes in because I really wanted her to have those stripes. Even though she isn't actually a tabby, I thought it would make a lot more sense given her name. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye!